Something a little strange happened today. I went to the marketplace to get some things to prepare food, to prepare lunch for my friend and I, my guest and I. And you know how you run into some of those, I don't know how many of you out there have had the experience where you're walking and someone just came at you with a flower and you take the flower and the next thing they're asking you for money, and then if they're not asking you for money, they want to read your palm or to tell your future. And I'm not really into stuff like that. So I often just smile at them and just say, thank you. No, I'm not interested in my future being told. Because the thing about someone telling your future is that I don't like people putting things in my head. You know, they tell you they are telling you your future, and oftentimes they come up with something very scary because, of course, the tactics is to get you to be really afraid so they can tell you, oh, I have a solution, you have to do this, or you have to let me, something funny anyway. So the thing is, I'm not into stuff like that. I don't like my future being told. I just, I mean, plus I'm a Christian. A lot of people out there know that I'm a woman of faith. I believe in God. And so I always believe that my future is in the hands of my Heavenly Father, it's God. Anyway, so she came at me and she, of course, offered me first. She offered me flour because I've had experience of people offering me flour, and the next thing they want money. And then if you say no, you have like 2-3 people attacking on you. Before you know it, you're surrounded by all kinds of people from the mothers. I don't know if they're real mothers to little kids. And also, as it sometimes happens, while you're busy engaging one person, if you're not careful, something is being taken from your back, you're robbed. And so I've had this experience. And so I'm always very careful. I put my back right in front of me. And I don't even want to engage with them because, you know, for obvious reasons. Anyway, so this woman came at me today and wanted to give me flour first and say I did not want. And then she offered to read my palm. And I said that also I did not want, that I was not interested. Then she asked me to give her money. It just went on and on. She really wanted to engage with me. And I just said, sorry, I don't have coins. And then just as I was about to walk away, she said something which was very, very, very strange. She said, God is not done with you yet. And at first I had to think, okay, because, you know, I don't know if some of you have, some of you have seen this on my page. I've had a post where I said, God is not done with you yet. And I did some video, a clip around faith. And so I was really taken aback. And for a moment, I stopped and looked at her because I thought, okay, I did not hear that right. And I said, excuse me, sorry. And she said, God is not done with you yet. And she just looked at me. And at that point, I must say, I was a little confused because being someone of faith, whenever I hear anything connected to God, I'm more prone to stop to give that person audience if you're saying something with God, just to get, you know, my curiosity is always piqued because I want to hear. I'm interested in knowing other people's viewpoints of God, what they believe, if they believe in God, why they believe in God, because everyone has a different perspective on their beliefs in God. So I'm always curious to know about the perspective from what point the other person is talking about God, their belief in God, on what they actually do believe, you know, what their beliefs are like. And so I stopped and I said, sorry. And she repeated, she said, God is not done with you yet. And it was a very strange, and I have to confess that when she said that, I felt more inclined to give her what she had first asked me for, which is strange, because I would like to think that I'm very solid in my belief, and that I'm not easily swayed by my emotions in that way. I'm an emotional person. I'm not going to deny that, but I do not fall prey easily to my emotions being manipulated, especially when it comes to God and faith and all that. And so I was kind of curious at myself. On one mind, I was thinking, okay, that's a funny thing to say, coming from someone who first asked me money, offered me flowers, and all of that. And I think that they were gypsies. I don't know if they're still called gypsies yet. And then she said that. And I don't know what you know about gypsies out there, but from what I know, some of them don't. Nope, not right now. I'm not. Sorry, someone just asked to join my video. Not at the moment. It's not going to be a long video, but anyway, the reason that I'm on this is just to ask if any one of you out there, have you ever had such an experience? Because I have never had such an experience. Like I said, most times when I run into gypsies, I think they are no longer called gypsies. I'm so sorry if you're a gypsy out there. No offense meant. There's a name that they call, is skipped my mind right now. But calling gypsy is not meant as an offense. But anyway, so I don't, like I was saying, I do not have any experience of ever running into a gypsy and they telling me God is not done with you yet. And it was very clear, and she said it in German, of course, but she just said, God is not done with you yet. And I was like surprised at what exactly does that mean. Have you ever had an experience with a gypsy saying something like that to you? I'm interested in knowing. And what did you do when they said that to you? Did you stop to give them an audience? And if you did, what was the discussion?